Hi, my name is Brandon Young. I did my book report on emotionally healthy spirituality. The book by Peter Scazzaro. Um, the book really talked about just being healthy emotionally, so you can have your spirituality. But before you have your spirituality and before you're mature in that, you need to be mature in your emotions and who you are as a person. So the book really just highlighted all of that. In the book, Peter actually got like really serious, and he was saying how his relationship with his wife was hindered because he wasn't healthy emotionally. And I just thought that was really big because I don't want to go through that for myself. And I think it's just really important that before we expect that we are right spiritually, we need to become right emotionally. And so within the book, he's going back in his family and just digging up all the dirt that he went through as a child so that he can face the wounds and that he can heal the wounds. Um, so 3 points really was he said that we need to go back in our past and we need to face it. Um, we definitely need to be seeing therapists. That I know that's big for me. Just seeing a therapist, just it helps, and we need to spend time in solitude. Uh, these are really big things that can help our emotions. Because we're not robots, and we can't just serve God without also taking care of ourselves, and we can't serve others in the right manner without taking care of ourselves. So so these are big things like just being emotionally right. Um, let's see. Um, the book it highlighted 10 symptoms of indicating if someone was suffering from a bad case of emotionally unhealthy spirituality. So like 10 ways of basically pointing out that my emotions aren't right, aligning with my spirituality. So number one is using God to run from God. So he was basically saying that like people will use scripture and misinterpret it and twist the scripture to basically say like, oh, I'm allowed to do this or I don't have to do that. But they're just twisting the scripture, and that's not it's not biblically correct. Um, Ignoring your emotions like anger, sadness, and fear. These are real emotions, and the book was basically saying like you need to acknowledge that those emotions are real and that they're occurring and that they're there. Otherwise, you're stuffing them down, and it's not healthy at all. I think that's something that we've all done before, and it needs to change. Those are real emotions, and they need to be acknowledged. Um, Dying to the wrong things. Um, Number four, denying past impact on the present. That's big. Dividing our lives into secular and sacred compartments. It should only be sacred. I mean, I guess you can have secular, but everything needs to be godly. Anyway, let me move on. Uh, Doing for God instead of being with God, Mary and Martha. Spiritualizing away conflict, covering our brokenness, weakness, and failure, living without limits, judging other people's spiritual journey. That's a big one. I wrote about it in my project. You can't do that. Everybody has their own spiritual journey, and God is refining everybody in His own way, in their own way. So, um, don't judge somebody else's spiritual journey. Um, one last thing that I like to bring up. He said to keep the Sabbath. This is definitely something that I'm not good at. I haven't even really thought about it, but I think it actually might be, a good idea, that's what it talks about in the Bible days. We need to be keeping the Sabbath then. It's good for our emotional. God made the earth. He made everything 6 days. On the seventh day, he rested, and he says that we're supposed to rest on the seventh day too. This book has really just changed the dynamics of my mind, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to invest my time in it. Thank you. This book was called Emotionally Healthy Spirituality by Peter Scazzero. My name is Brandon Young. Thank you.